guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the products that I use for my daily skincare routine, and also a couple bits and pieces that I just use to keep myself clean and fresh and looking after my skin. This isn't necessarily everything that I use all the time, as it changes from summer to winter and kind of how my skin is doing, but what I'm showing you today are kind of the staples of my skincare and my kind of hygiene routine. My skincare and my hygiene routine. This isn't everything, but this is pretty much what I use every single day. So the first thing that I thought I would show you is the thing that I put on my face first and foremost, and it is some micellar water. I put this on every single night before I go to sleep, and I use a cotton pad. And some micellar water just to wipe my face and get rid of any dirt that may have accumulated on my face throughout the day, just to cleanse my face. I just use some simple micellar water to cleanse my face. This might be quite nice for tapping, actually. I'm going to try that up close to the mic. Give me one sec. Here we go. I'll have to listen back to that later, but I think that might be quite good to bring into a little tapping video or something soon. But I use this just to really kind of reset my face, and take off any dirt that I might have accumulated throughout the day. Because I'm definitely a morning shower person. I need that shower in the morning to wake me up. I'm not a big fan of maybe showering before I go to sleep, but I like to still just wipe my face off in the evenings. And for that, I always use this, just some Garnier micellar water. The one with the pink lid is the one that I always go for. And I just get a huge bottle because I know I'm going to use it, so it makes more sense for me to get a bigger bottle. So that's what I go for first. Put that to the side. The second thing, and I use this morning and evening, is this CeraVe moisturising cream. And I will always put this on after I have cleansed my face with the micellar water. I'll then always put on some CeraVe. And I don't know if you saw recently, but this is actually Michael Cera is the brainchild behind this. And despite anything you might read that says the contrary, it is definitely Michael Cera and no one else who has, developed CeraVe. 100%. I quite like CeraVe. I have a morning face wash that I'm not going to show you today because it's in the shower, that I use every single morning, and I also have this moisturising cream. Sometimes in the summer, and as the days start to get a bit longer, I have a different one of these, which is also SPF. It is SPF and it helps protect me against the sun. However, during the winter, I will arrive at work and it's dark, and I leave work and it is dark and it is horrible, but I don't think I need any SPF because I'm not out in the sun. And it is horrible, and it is sad, but I also think it kind of means I don't need SPF. So in the winter especially, I always use this, and I put this on every single night before bed. And this tub in particular is amazing because it has this little pump. So actually this is probably a good couple of refills in. I can't seem to find any tubs that have the pump on them at at the moment. And when I found this, it was a total anomaly. I'd never seen one with a pump on it before. So when I found it, I was like, I'm gonna have to go for it. And I've just been emptying out new tubs of CeraVe and putting it into this one. It's the same moisturizing cream that I get. The exact same moisturizing cream. But it has the pump, and it just saves me that every couple seconds, before bed. And definitely it helps that extra couple seconds in the morning when I'm trying to get ready and rush out the door before work. So I use this to moisturize, and stop me from having super dry skin. I think in the winter especially, I find I can get dry skin, and this helps protect against it. I've been using this for a good year now or so, and my skin has massively improved just from having a daily moisturizer and a daily cleanser. If you are someone who doesn't really know anything about skincare, which 100% was me, 100%, I knew nothing about skincare, just investing in a really simple cleanser and a moisturizer that works for your skin has made a huge difference. My skin is so much healthier for that. So I'm going to put these two away now. So the micellar cleansing water and the CeraVe moisturizing cream. The next thing that I will put on, I'm not going to say every single day because I do get lazy and forget, but I put it on almost every day. Is this eye roll-on, and it's from Number 7 for Men. And my mum got this for me for Christmas, and it is because before this I got a Clarins skincare set, and it was very bougie, a bougie Clarins skincare set. And the only thing from it that I really used was the eye cream. And I told my mum I really liked the eye cream, the Clarins eye cream, but it was just too expensive for me to justify getting it and making it part of my routine. So she found this, and I've been using this. I'm not going to say every morning because that's a lie. I forget. I'm only human. But I use this almost every morning, and if I open it up, you can see there's these metal rollers, and you squeeze it to prime it, and you can kind of see probably that a little bit of a little bit of the eye roll-on has come out, and you just simply roll it on your eyes. I can put the cap back on, and this has lasted me, I've had it about a month, and it feels pretty much still full, so I'm looking forward to this lasting me all year, hopefully. I'm hoping. But it just rejuvenates my eyes. It really helps get rid of eye bags. Probably. It definitely just helps alleviate that kind of sense of tiredness around the eyes, and I think it makes me seem a bit brighter. And it just, overall, it's just helping my eyes feel good and look good, and especially around the kind of eye bag area. I don't think I get eye bags too badly, but like everyone, I definitely still get them. I feel like this might make some quite nice noises with the lid, so I'm just going to try that next to the mic. Let me know what you thought of those sounds. Maybe they could be quite nice for a new sound assortment. But this is kind of the third thing that I wanted to show you. The next thing on my list, and this is something that I definitely use daily. This is probably the first thing that I put on every morning when I get out of the shower, and it is my deodorant. And I use Wild deodorant. WILD. It is a roll-on deodorant, but it's kind of like a wax. It's kind of like a wax, and you take off the lid, and then you would rub it underneath your armpits, and it smells so good. My favorite my favorite scent is they do an elderflower and cucumber, and it is amazing. But I don't think I have it right now. I'm just gonna have a quick smell off camera and see what scent this is, because I can't quite remember. So, if my memory serves me correct, if my sense of smell serves me correct, this is a fresh cotton and sea salt. My fiance put me onto Wild deodorant, and at first I was a little apprehensive, but I needed a new deodorant. The spray I had was not working for me. It was like some kind of Nivea or Dove spray, and it was not doing the trick. It might have been sure. So she suggested that I give Wild a go, and I did. And it comes in this awesome reusable case, and the refills are something like £4, so it is a bit pricier for deodorant, but they last for ages, and you know what, they work. I am smelling fresh when I wear this. I have zero worries about sweat patches. It just does the job. The refills smell amazing. I'm a big fan of the sea salt and cotton, the one I've got on right now. And like I said, the elderflower and cucumber one is amazing. If you see that, get your hands on it because it is fantastic. You must try it out. This is my daily deodorant. I'm just going to try this for some metallic tapping sounds. Might be good in the future. Oh, it just smells so good. It is a really good smelling deodorant. I highly recommend you try it out. Wild deodorant. I'm not sure if it's just a UK or a US thing. I'm not sure, but try it out if you can. I'm going to show you one more thing that I put on my skin, and then I've got two other things that I use for hygiene but not necessarily skincare that I wanted to show you today. Now, like everyone, sometimes I do get a spot. Dairy doesn't really massively agree with my skin. Whenever I drink cow's milk, I get a flare up. I'll get a spot. I've never really had acne, I'm very lucky, but I do sometimes get pimples, and Acnicide has been my go-to for literally like 3 years now. Whenever I get any kind of mild acne on my face or any spots, I stick some of this on and it helps within a couple of days. That's on top of making sure my skin's clean. I know that this is definitely not a cure-all, but it definitely helps. And this is Acnicide Face 5% WW Gel with W Gel. I'm not sure what that stands for. And it is, I'm not sure, benzoyl peroxide. So it's 5% benzoyl peroxide, Acnicide. And I just get this over the counter. And if I've got a spot, I just stick a tiny amount of this on the spot or my blemish, and it just helps it go away. And I think it kind of speeds up the lifespan of the pimple. I'm not really sure, but it helps. It makes it go away quicker, which is really good, because I definitely do not need spots on my face. I'm alright, thanks. You can keep them. One thing I will say, if you're thinking about trying this out, is be careful and make sure you wash your hands after every time you put it on, because this stuff, as it's a peroxide, if you get it on your clothes, it will bleach, and I have accidentally bleached some towels. my fiance has accidentally bleached her dressing gown, and I've accidentally bleached a t-shirt because I've not washed my hands straight after putting this on, and I've touched something before I've washed my hands, and I've accidentally bleached a tiny part of it. So if you use this, because it does work wonders, I would definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. Just make sure you wash your hands because it can cause some unhappy accidents. And I'll put that to one side. Okay, so, what next? I'll go on to this next. I'll save your one for last. So this is my Harry's texturizing putty, and when my hair gets a little bit longer, I like to put it into a bit of a middle part and kind of slick it back a little bit, and I use this to help keep it back. And sometimes when it's shorter, to make sure I've got texture and volume in my fringe, I like to use this as well to give it just a bit of a oomph. So this is Harry's texturizing putty, and as you can see, I have made a serious dent on this. You can probably tell from the sides that all the writing has rubbed off from how much I have used this tub. I got this, I want to say 2 years ago, to be honest, and I go through periods of putting stuff in my hair every day, and then I'll also go through periods where, for say, even like 6 months, I won't touch this at all because I just don't feel the need to. At the moment, I'm using it every day, and I probably have been for the past maybe 3 months. But then the 6 months or so before that, I didn't touch it. I didn't need it, so I didn't touch it. But this stuff it's good, serves a purpose. I got it in a Christmas stocking, and I've just never seen the need to change it. It does the job. It does what it says on the tin. It is a texturizing putty and adds subtle definition with no stickiness or stiffness. I will say that my hair never feels greasy after putting this in, and I will say that I don't get any clumpy bits. Sometimes when I've used previous different types of putties, it can clump and you get these little like white or grey clumps of gel in your hair, and it is just weird and gross and embarrassing, and I don't like it. But this doesn't do that, and it can leave your hair just looking naturally pretty good. Naturally just looks pretty good, so I like it. Smells nice too. I'm not gonna say it's a game changer of a hair putty and it's the most amazing thing, but I tell you what, it smells good and it does the job. So if you're looking for a hair putty, this might be one to try out. Now, the more I talk about this and think about it, the more I think actually maybe it is really good if I have no complaints. Maybe it's amazing. I don't really know much about hair. Who knows? There we go. But this is what I use on my hair pretty much every day. Harry's texturizing putty. The final thing that I wanted to show you is my everyday scent. This is what I put on once I'm fully dressed and I've done the rest of my routine. I do a couple sprays of this to make sure that I smell good throughout the day. And it is the blue Polo Ralph Lauren Eau de Parfum. Oh, there's like hair on it, that's gross. Oops. It's the blue Polo Ralph Lauren Eau de Parfum. I was for a long time using the Eau de Toilette, the Polo Sport Eau de Toilette, and then I have a Ralph Lauren blue, but it's like the step up from this one. It's the step up from this, and I used to use it for special events. I still only use that one for special events, but I use this one as my everyday wear. The Eau de Parfum. It sticks really well, it lasts for ages, and I love the scent. I used the Polo Sport, I want to say, wow, for maybe 4 or 5 years, and only about 2-3 months ago I switched over to this one. I thought I would treat myself and try the one up, so I switched over to this one, but they are both really good. If you're looking for a new scent to try, or if you're looking for a scent to make your scent, I highly recommend checking out the Blue Polo, the Blue Ralph Lauren scents, because they are amazing. In my opinion, they smell fantastic, and the bottle is just so simple and slick. It just looks good and it smells good. I'm gonna do a little spritz on the camera, on the mic, and see what that sounds like. Here we go. Oh, it just smells amazing. I'm not going to do any more because I will choke out, and I also don't really want to waste it because it's not necessarily the cheapest. It's not like, a super expensive Uber designer costs you hundreds and hundreds of dollars or pounds kind of perfume, but it does definitely take a little bit of investment. So I'm not keen to waste it, but I do use it every day, and it never ever lets me down. So there you have it. Those are my daily skincare and hygiene essentials. I'm going to call them essentials because I use them every day, almost every day. Use them every single day to keep myself nice and clean and to keep my skin looking as healthy as can be. Might be worth just recapping that what I do with my skin looks different in the day and the night. So in the morning I have a different cleanser that I use in the shower. So I cleanse in the shower, and then when I get out of the shower I will put on my deodorant, I will moisturize my face, and then I will put some eye roll on. That sounds funny. I'll put on some eye roll on. After that, if I have any blemishes or spots that I want to deal with, I will put on a little bit of Acnicide. Although, praise be, touch wood, I did not have any spots at the moment, which is amazing. So this actually hasn't been used in a week or so, I didn't think. After I've done that, I will do my hair while it's still wet before getting dressed and then chucking some Polo Ralph Lauren Blue Eau de Parfum on, and that's the last thing that I do before I leave the house. I've also got this little guy, my cotton pad, and that is what I use with my micellar water. Use that with my micellar water because in the evening, the very first thing that I do is I put some micellar water on my cotton pad, and I like to brush my face with the micellar watered cotton pad and get any dirt off. I don't think that brush is the right word, it's more of an aggressive scrub. I scrub my face. I really wipe it down and get all the dirt off there. Because sometimes there's a lot, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes there's a good chunk. But after I've got all the dirt off, I will always moisturize. And then if I have any spots, I use a little bit of Acnicide. And then these guys they're just for the morning. These guys are morning and night. So just for the morning and night, just for the night. Well, there you have it. I hope that was interesting and relaxing and a little bit informative, because I had no one to tell me about this until my fiance and I started dating, and she was like, "Oh my god, what's going on here?" and kind of helped me find what I like. And even now, it's taken a few years for me to find a routine that's simple and works for me. So, I hope that's been alright for you. Without any further ado, I'll see you later. Good night. Bye bye.